So stand away from us, and that way you can hear us properly.
Welcome to Bunnies TV, live and free from Redfern Oval. For this Monster Pathways Games, I'm joined here by Grant Chappell and former Rabbitoh, Darren Brown, Steve Maven here, Rabbitoh 757, Brownie, Rabbitoh 774, and Grant Chappell, you have seen more games of football than most human beings that I know.
Especially the mighty Rabbitohs, yeah, welcome to all viewers online. 11, just a couple of minutes till 11 a.m. here in Sydney, Redfern Oval. It's round 9 of the New South Rugby League Representative Canada, the last rep round of the season, but there's a few ramifications here today, in particular for the South Sydney Rabbitohs. It's going to come down to for and against. We're on 10 competition points. 12 at the moment is in that top 6. Top 6 is the semi-final series. We've got to have a fair win here today against a team that's sitting in 12th position. I think they only had the one win this season, but they've been quite competitive, the St George Dragons. We might rip through some of the teams here. Brownie, you got any thoughts about conditions? Give us a conditions update brought to you by Daryl Lee.
Yeah, good morning, chaps and Mabo, and good morning to all the viewers out there who have jumped online at this early stage, and we're just only minutes away from kick-off of the first game here of a big footy day down here at Redfern Oval, where the rain is coming down. It's a little bit overcast, and the sun was shining probably about 10 or 15 minutes ago, but the rain is just tumbling down very lightly as we speak. And like I said, chaps, yeah, it's a big day of footy with 4 games. The Harold Mats to be kicking off very shortly, followed by the SG Ball, then the Harvey Norman Women's, and the last game late in the afternoon at 3:30 will be the Tasha Gale. And chaps, the Harold Mats, we're in contention for a semi-final spot, but the destiny is in our own hands. First of all, we need to win, and then a few results go our way.
Well, we've been undefeated the past 5 weeks, Brownie, and we didn't start the season too well with a couple of losses, but we've come home strong heading into the semi-finals. We had a great win over the Knights a few weeks back, 24-22, down 22-6 in the second half. An 8-all draw with the Sharks, a 24-all draw with the high-flying Panthers. They're always tough to beat. We beat the Tigers 22-10 here at Redfern.
Sorry, that was my phone.
And last week we beat the Manly Seagulls comprehensively with a huge second half, 30 points to 12. And we, as I said, we currently sit on 9th position, for and against -4. So we're going to have to. We got a 26 point behind the for and against the Raiders. So we're going to have to somehow make that up today to give ourselves an opportunity. We might run through the team lists here. We'll go with the visitors, St George Dragons, and it looks like there's a few friends and family of the St George Dragons here today. Fullback Zachariah Natcher, number 2 Cameron Sean Fifei, number 3 Aiden Hodges, number 4 Omar Denau, number 5 on the wing Javez Lafalahua, number 6 Bronson Emery, number 7 Ibrahim Charara, number 8 Valamai Hikala, number 9 Tyus Sienna Salanoa, number 10 Willie Hihia, number 11 Cyrus Stanley Trial, number 12 Jacob Halanganhu, number 13 Finai Latu, number 14 Xavier Nadira, and number 15 Isaac Thompson, not the I-Tom that we know. And also number 16 is Pritchard, number 18 is Willie Hihia.
Well, you can see the rain's falling here at Redfern Oval as the Dragons come onto the field. So we'll go through the Rabbitohs team, Brownie.
Yeah, number 1 will be Brathan Bilic. Number 2, Yasin Kusku. Number 3, Philip Solasetti. Number 4, Jacob Fong. And number 5, Charlie Mann. In the halves, we've got Tomoko Berryman. And number 7, keep an eye on this young kid, Matthew Humphreys. In the forwards, we've got Tanner Mann in the front row, his front row partner, Jai Robinson. Number 9 will be Zane Bell. In the back row, we've got Lancelot Tolviol. And number 12, Sally Saragulu. Number 13, Daniel Lau. And on the interchange bench, we've got Lachlan Walters, Kynan Tovai, Christian Pasakiala, and number 17 James Garlick, who will be making his debut, and James Garlick is the nephew of the great Sean Garlick.
Yeah, son of his brother
Nathan,
and I just saw Nathan in the crowd. And Kynan Toive, we just spoke to Mum and Dad, Isaac and Samantha, and sister Jada's watching all the way over from New Zealand. So welcome, Jada. I know you're watching over there in across the ditch. And so we're about to kick off here.
And once again, we apologise if we don't get all the
underway here, boys.
The names, the pronunciations.
Yeah, it's
correct.
the first time we've seen a lot of these Dragons players. So
yeah, and also just as a heads up, if the live stream does drop out for any reason, we will restart. But you just have to find us at Bunnies TV on our YouTube channel, and we'll recommence. But hopefully that doesn't happen. If Telstra's 5G device does its job, then we'll be humming live and free here on Bunnies TV.
As the Dragons go wide here. 2 passes wide on the left to the edge back rower. And they're going to hit this short side again. Here's an overlap. Ball goes out to Chavez. Out in the wing here. As they push it back to the middle. The 5'8" Bronson Emery. Looks pretty sharp early. And there's been a couple of changes here to the Dragons side, so
we've got Dallas here running support for us. Thanks, legend.
Dallas from that Hop and Grain Brewing over there on Sydney Street, Marrickville.
Oh, good run there.
Any of your brewing needs, go over and see Dallas and the crew there as the fullback Zachariah Natcher spreads the ball out wide. Tanalessi. Look like he's over in the corner there, Brownie. What's the referee?
No, the ref's not sure. The touchy's not sure.
Well, first of all, it was a great opening set there for the Dragons. He's been held up on the back of a 6 again call from the referee as they spread it out to the right-hand side. And it was a great charge there by Finau Latu. He got a quick play of the ball. They continued down the right-hand side with Zachariah Nasha and got it out onto the wing to Cameron Firefly. And he was pulled up, held up on the right-hand side there just in goal.
Zachariah, isn't it, like Zachariah Mullins?
So they've changed their whole back line completely, the Dragons here on the sheets we've got in front of us. So we're going to have to make an adjustment there, boys.
Yep.
As the little number 9, that's Salanoa, scheming around the middle there with a white headgear as they go. Left out to Emery. Emery long ball on the boot. It's knocked back by South Sydney player. That'll be offside.
Oh, and he's going to drag
dragging a touch anyway.
Gee.
I think maybe because he touched it in goal. There's no offside in goal, but he did come from the field of play to knock that one back.
And we've got some people live streaming. Blake Swan said, any stars of the future out there? Well, yes, we'll go through a couple of those in a minute. Marco Sivis is watching at home.
Just to answer Blake's question there, number 7 for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, I spoke about him just earlier when we were announcing the teams. Matthew Humphreys, Blake, he's one to watch. A great young halfback as South Sydney are under the pump here in the first couple of minutes of this Harold Matts fixture down here at Redfern Oval.
And we've got channel member Michael. They're on the attack here. The Dragons, a halfback, throws the dummy and goes himself. The danger is here. Michael Tasker, channel members, said hello, boys. You can be a member of this channel. And he turns it on the inside. Oh, the big rig goes over underneath the post.
Finau Latu.
Giant of a man. Very hard to stop close to the line.
He came up with a big run earlier, chaps, and got the Dragons on the attack in the first set of the game. And there, the young hooker, Salanoa, just turned him under with a nice little unders ball and sent Finau Latu under the post for the first points of the game, and the Dragons lead 4 points to nil with a kick to come.
Well, look, they've got the wind at their back here. It's a 33k sort of south-southwest breeze. So they've had all the running, they've had just about all the ball, and they've held possession too. So and South have come up with a small error there on the crossfield kick from Emery, and the Dragons have been good enough to capitalise on this one. But don't worry, there's a long way to go in this one. But there's a few changes there. Tana Lesse, he's number 2 now. Ratu Kagakio, he's number 3. And then Ratu Koromatana, number 4. This is for the Dragons, mind you.
Conversion successful there.
Number 5 is Keita. So, yeah, they swung a couple of late changes on Bunnies TV here, so apologies to any Dragons family members out there and friends.
As the weather has turned for the worst here, chaps. The rain and the wind is howling here. Terrible conditions down here at Redfern Oval as the crowd starts to wander in.
Well, it's a good day to be watching live and free on Bunnies TV. If you're sitting at home, rugged up, maybe having a cuppa, the rain's pouring down here. Charlie Rabbit's out on the field, Charlie Gallico. And we are brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there's something special in every bite, and there's the whip right there.
And I'll tell you what, Shaq Mitchell, it was his birthday the other day. We presented him with a box of Darryl Lee, and he said his missus absolutely loves the peppermint dark chocolate. So it's a winner.
It is.
It's a winner on Darryl Lee.
Whip it good.
And talking a live chat, we've got La TK Toretto, Go South, Go Lance, watching from Delhi in India.
Delhi in India. So all the way from India. We're live streaming. The Delhi Capitals, Brownie, the home of your favourite
Lancelot Tovio. He might be a fan, or he or she might be a fan of number 11 for the mighty Rabbitohs. But again, they rucked it right out inside South Sydney territory. It goes to Emery, shapes left, pushes it back on the inside.
That's the big lock.
It's a big Latu. He's getting involved, isn't he, Mavo?
He's a big unit, mate. He's very hard to stop, and he's already scored that try.
I can tell you what, South Sydney's got a hell of a lock. He's been just about their player of the year, Daniel Lewis. So don't worry, wait till we get the pill here. The boys have got to just roll the sleeves up and just keep getting in front of these Dragons forwards as they just keep driving down towards the line. As it goes left. He dummies, holds onto the ball himself. That's Ibrahim Charara.
We've had someone give us a donation there, boys.
It's Rob Trelaw, channel member.
Been a massive supporter.
Hooker goes himself. Thanks for that, Rob.
Since the start.
So in the live chat, you can give us a.
Someone's been hurt here from the Rabbitohs.
Oh no, that's Rob Trelaw's. He's a channel member. That's what that's come up as. So that just shows that. So if you're a channel member, you stand out in the chat. You've got a special icon next to your name. Peter Cockles has joined us. Go Dallas, my son, from your uncle Yazoo.
Apologies for the whipping wind there. You can probably hear it in the microphones, but yeah, young fullback Bilic put his body on the line there, come in, bit of a collision, but he looks like he's shaking it off as the Dragons go out to the right hand side for Stanley trial. Plays the ball 8 metres out as they go left. Out to Ibrahim. Ibrahim puts a long crossfield kick, and it's a beauty.
Nice kick. He's put it down.
The young number 5, Keita, has knocked it on.
Play on here, 7 tackle set. Oh, that was a let off, boys.
There's Yasin Cusco just out of position there, and it was a beautiful crossfield kick from Ibrahim Chahara, mate. We like those sort of skills here as the boys finally get their hands on the pill. Haven't had much pill earlier in this game, Brownie.
Yeah, well, like you said, a great crossfield kick there from Chahara, and unfortunately the winger couldn't control it, and he's just bobbled it in the in goal, and South are working off their line now. Haven't had many opportunities.
Big shot.
On
that's him again.
Sarah Coglu just copped a shot.
Finau Latu.
Jeez, how big would he be, boys? He's 6 foot, 100 plus kilos.
I was warned last week they have got a huge forward pack, this Dragon side, and I can't see anything different here today. They haven't lost any weight in 7 days, so.
And that's what
he just had to get to a kick, Brownie.
That's what they needed to do, chaps. They just needed to get to the kick, into the corner, wedge them in there, and try and back out their line defence now. They've got to get off their line and try and force the Dragons to kick from the halfway line.
Yeah, they're a big side. It's the first time I think I've seen Tanaman manhandled this season. They really went in with some numbers and drove him back. So South Sydney are going to have to maybe move this big pack around, Brownie. Maybe kick early in a wet day. I know we're up against the breeze here, but South Sydney might have to use a little bit of footy smarts there, led by their halfback, Matthew Humphries.
Sorry, chaps. There you go. Rob Trelaw, $5. Thank you, mate. I hope I didn't prompt you too hard to get that, but that's what you can do to send your appreciation for us here for doing this job. Yeah, we do this off our own bat. We aren't supported by the Rabbitohs in any way, but they do help us out. So those little donations can help us immensely and show your appreciation for what we do here on Bunnies TV.
She's Willie Haher is a big unit, the 10 for the Dragons, as they shift it to the right. Out to his bookend partner there, Valamoy Hickler. And they start to shift left. Emery turns the big unit underneath.
Say that fast.
Halligan, who?
Say that 3 times fast.
As he gets out of dummy half, the little hooker, Salanoa. He's no relation to Fatuli Talanoa, but it's a very similar sounding name.
Got it back.
There's a loose pass, and I think that could have been Bilic here. Johnny on the spot, scooped it up.
Needed that. Needed a let off. Needed some possession. Now they've got to get down the other end, boys. They've played it all down this end. We need some field position.
As the boys look to just get a bit of field position, get to another kick, turn this big pack around. There's a nice little bumping run.
Just to let everyone know that the scoreboard isn't working at this point of time, so we'll have to note down the tries and
yeah, nice little kick into the corner. Probably
the St
would like
George
it to roll a little bit more further there, Brownie.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where the Dragons lead 6 points to 0 down here at Redfern Oval, so we'll keep you up to date with the scoreline.
And the rain's still tumbling here. It's a bit fresh up here in the position, but we're going to soldier on. We've got 4 games coming up, so you can watch a feast of footy today. The Rabbitohs Pathways teams, and they've all got a good chance too on the table-wise, especially the women's. Look out for that one. That should be a try-fest from our girls at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Oh,
They're coming off a good win, the women's. We're just speaking to Shane.
Yep.
He laid the law down last week to get up, make sure you protect your home ground. This is Redfern Oval. This is our house.
Yep.
You come into our house, you go home with a loss more times than not, and let's hope the Dragons go home with a loss here today in the Harold Matthews Cup, round 9. South City Rabbitohs versus the St George Dragons, and it is an early shift here again to the Dragons.
Well, our boys have been unlucky. I think in 7 games they've had 3 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses. So they've only lost 2 games, but they're still fighting to make the finals. So they'll really need to win today.
They're undefeated since round 5, Mavo. So
there you go.
They've come in the form team of the competition, but just probably didn't get enough points on the board in those first couple of rounds.
And their defence is really being tested here early on in this game. It's been all St George Dragons. The Rabbitohs have had no field positions, no opportunities just as yet, and they've just been working off their line since the kickoff.
Yeah, well, he got manhandled there. I think it was the fullback or the winger, so they're going to need a big set here, and that's how you do it. You break tackles. Oh, over the top there.
There's
bit late.
Charlie Mann, he's been
Big
a
prop.
bit of a revelation this year. Loves the tough carries.
Good run there.
There's a good run there from Fongy.
Oh, we've got an injured player on the field. I think the referee stopped the game for that. So just so you know, the Bunnies TV is brought to you by Daryl Lee. We've got some Daryl Lee here because last time we didn't bring enough snacks and food. We got some snacks there for at half time. At half time, we're just going to play some recorded audio, a couple of our interviews. So if you want to stay tuned and listen to that. And we're also brought to you by George's Cameras, NG Farrow Real Estate, the Juniors Group of Clubs, Bunnaby Water. I've got a Bunnaby Water here, sipping on that. Okay. Glass Pit, Dot Build Constructions, and who else have I forgot, boys? Anyway.
You say NG Farrow?
They've just made a little change there, the Rabbits.
You said it again. Back to the play. Sorry, a bit quick on the camera there. We'll find the... There it is. Good tackle there. Good kick chase. But the Dragons have started this set and got an offload there on their own 40. So, like I said, the field position is not in our favour, and we're going to have to do that to assert our authority on the game. These young Rabbitohs, Harold Matthews players. Oh, offload back to us. So there's an error. That's what we needed. So just hang in there. And he's gone out to the left. He's offloaded.
That's what we desperately needed to get some field position.
Yep.
Just a nice, easy set here. Get into the arm wrestle now, complete.
Oh, heavy
Get
contact.
a good kick into the corner.
Drove him back
some
there.
Heavy contact by the Dragons again. We work it out. Humphreys turns. Big Tanaman underneath. As we go right. Turns it up underneath to Lancelot Tovia, who came over from Parramatta as a centre. But he's just had a few injuries this year, so we pushed him into the back row, and he's a capable rugby league player to be able to make that transition, no doubt about it. As Charlie Mann comes in off his wing, beats one, beats two, beats three.
Good take too.
He's coughed the ball up, just 12 metres out. Jesus, a good run there by Charlie. But
yeah, it was
just come undone with a loose carry.
Ball was behind him. He scooped it in and beat a couple, but
Jai Robinson's on the field at the moment.
It was great work from our halves.
Carla's come off.
It was great work from our half down that left-hand edge there from Humphreys out to Berryman. Some great hands. He juggled it and then offloaded it. And Charlie did extremely well to pull it in. I was going over the sideline, but then headed infield and came up with an error in the tackle, and that's well, there's another error.
But there's a pretty good ball movement in the conditions ground. We've got a pretty strong southerly breeze here. The rain's coming down. The boys went through the hands, and Charlie was good enough to stay balanced, tap the ball up in the air, give himself a chance to get it, come back infield, which is what good winger do. We don't want him in wet weather. You don't want to run near the sidelines, Brownie. You get slid over the sideline. He brought it back to the middle, but all that hard work was undone. But we are now 35 metres out from the Dragons' goal line, running to the Botany end.
So the Botany end, and the wind is, they're into the wind south. Maybe it's a 2-try breeze. It's quite a heavy breeze, so if they can hang in there and use the advantage of the wind in the second half.
We haven't got the clock running today over there on that eastern end. The boys had a bit of trouble prior to kick-off getting that thing going, but
yeah,
I'm sure
we know about a technical.
The timekeepers all over. We've had a few technical difficulties over the year as Lua looks to run his way up, but geez, they're just holding us up and driving. This is a big side for Harold. This reminds me of that Bulldog side that come in here about 6-7 weeks ago.
Nice work from Humphreys going to the line. Nice little short ball there to Sarakoglu.
Sarakoglu, yeah, he's just found himself in the lineup the last few weeks. There's been a couple of changes. The other one's the big centre who just ended up being the lead runner behind Bilic there, but keep an eye out for Philippe Societe. One of Benny Hill's recruits there is a good young footballer as they dribble one into the in-goal. Humphreys, what a beautiful kick to just build some pressure here in this driving rain. Humphreys got some beautiful touch on the ball, Brownie.
Oh, he's got a nice little short kicking game, Humphreys, and a long kicking game. Like I said before, he's a very classy player. He doesn't panic, and that was just one of them areas there where you just needed to get the ball in goal and get a repeat set, and that's what we've done. And we're going to be going on the attack again. We're down here at Redfern Oval. The rain's coming down. The St George Dragons are leading the South Sydney Rabbitohs 6-0.
Now, he's got a bit of pressure on him today, Humphreys, because his halves partner, Tyler Berriman's out for this game, and his cousin, Tomogo Berriman Duff, jumps into the six, who's a handy, skillful player. So
far, what I've seen, he's very skillful, chaps. Just couple of nice little touches he's had early on in this game.
And Stephen Warren's chatting, and he said hello. And hello to you, Stephen, with a PH, same as me.
As he shapes inside,
goes
nice
outside. Ball. Oh, yeah.
Sarakoglu, can he get it down?
Yes.
He got it down, Humphreys. He's a skillful player. He put Sarakoglu into a yawning gap, and he's gone over and scored the try himself from backing up. Brownie, talk us through this try.
As we watch the replay here, Humphreys once again just directing play, just working the forwards over. He turned them on in the inside. And this second time, he threw he dummies inside, throws an out ball to Tovio, who then gives a support player inside to Bilic. And Bilic scores on the right-hand side of the upright, and that was a nice little.
Tovio, what a hole run!
Yeah, a great ball there from the halfback.
Stayed patient there, didn't panic, didn't try and hog it and go himself. Passed it back to the unmarked man on the inside. The Dragons did a good job to hold him up as much as they could, but in the end, the little man from the Central Coast, Mr. Humphreys, we'll call him today, was good enough to get the ball down. He's going to try and convert his try. As Benny Hill, he's tougher than me. He hasn't got a jumper on here today. And after a slow start from the Rabbitohs, where the Dragons probably dominated field position, as Humphreys moves in, he makes no mistakes.
There it is.
And that takes the score out to 6 points to the Rabbitohs and 6 points to the Dragons.
So remember, we're live chatting here, and I just gave a shout out to Stephen Warren there, and it must have been a lucky charm, because anytime you say Stephen with the PH, good things happen, and we scored a try. So Keep that up. Thank you. I just kicked the stand there. So there's a bit of mayhem up here. The rain's sort of falling on us a bit, but we're doing our best, and we're live and free on Bunnies TV.
They just kept it on a big side like this in a wet day, Brownie. You just want to keep the ball in play, don't you? And that's what the Rabbitohs have done. The first couple of times they did get a kick away, they kicked it out. I think you're just better off keeping the ball in play and trying to wear this big side out, move them around, which we have been left to right.
Yeah, always important to complete a set after points, and that's what the Rabbitohs will be trying to achieve here.
And that's Big Jai Robinson, the local product. He's out of the inner city here area of Redfern, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong, but...
they've spilt the pill there. Second
That's
tackle.
a knock on there. It's knock on from the Dragons.
They knocked it down.
I think the marker reached out and slapped the ball down. We're going to
there you
restart that one.
Apologies, I wasn't looking.
Great call there from the referee and the touch judge officials, who do a wonderful job in the junior league here.
Yep.
Zane Bell was just working him over through the middle here. He's going left and right.
And we've had a question from...
He thought he had a quick play of the ball. He jumped out of dummy half. They weren't square. The number 10 for the Dragons.
Sorry, chaps. We had a question here. Is Georgia Coote related to Ron Coote? Georgia Coote in the Tarsha Gale? Not sure. Can't confirm that.
And Norm Hanna, what's the score? Well, it's 6 points all. Norm, the Dragons got off to a flying start, and we weathered the storm there for a little bit. We're under the pump with the Dragons' attack, and our goal line defence was outstanding there early on in the game, and then the Rabbitohs went down the other end and scored a try to Bilic, a great try too.
Couldn't weather the storm last night.
He's just come on the field, Mavo.
Kainan Toive. Yep, and...
Turn him on off.
Yep, Kainan Toive. So like I said, his mum, Samantha, and dad, Isaac, are here, and his sister, Jada, is watching from over there in New Zealand, and he's...
There's Tove, looks to run in another hole there, Brownie, but he's met with a strong collision.
Was that him then, chaps?
No, that was Lancelot Tovio, the star recruit we got there. And again, he shaped inside, dummied inside, went out, put a perfectly timed kick that landed half a metre out from the line, Brownie, and they were good enough to wrestle him over the dead in goal line.
Okay.
Yeah, once again, that halfback, number 7, Matthew Humphries, the player we said to watch. He's very skillful, very classy. Nearly put that same play on to Tovio, who went through the hole again, half went through. He demanded the ball, shows inside, puts a nice little kick in right on the spot just before the try line, and the Rabbitohs defence drag him in goal, and we get a repeat set.
It was good defence by Yasin Kusko to not only follow the kick but wrestle him over the sideline as we go out and in ball again.
Here we go.
From Humphries. He's starting to turn the big forwards around, Bruni. Starting to get a little dominant. Yep. Dominate this mob a little bit as we go too wide to the big centre, number 3, Societe, who's just come in the last couple of weeks, and when he gets himself into a game, he's a very powerful young man.
That's one area you want to stay clear of, chaps, and that's down near the edges within that 10-metre line, either side of the tram line, they call it. There's a hooker.
Goes from dummy half.
Oh, he's held up.
Been held up.
Bugger.
I know Humphries was trying to organise a play out the back there, Zane. Humphries thought he'd seen a gap, scooped it out of dummy half, a little heads-up play, but didn't get the ball down, Brownie.
Yeah, the hookers, they love going from dummy half. Tried to get on the scoreboard.
There's this play on again here. Jeez, he's had a big involvement, this Lancelot Tovio.
He's injured there.
They've picked him up and just dumped him, but might have got winded there. Hit him right around the around the midsection.
I've just, while we were on number 15, who's just come on. Oh, number 16. Number 15, yeah. Kainan Toive. His godfather's sitting down there. See that guy there with the South? I'm just going to bring him on the camera. See that guy there with the green What If shirt on?
Oh, yeah.
That is Mervyn Neve, a life member of the South Sydney Rabbitohs.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
That's his godfather.
What a dream, hey?
Yeah.
Shout out to Mervyn.
There he is there. Well, we might even try and have a chat to him a bit later if we can.
Yes, Mervyn.
Mervyn. There he is.
We got him on camera, mate.
He's there watching his godson.
He's got some nice Oakley wraparounds there. He might have just done the lawns this morning. You never know.
But I'd like to hear his story, how he became a life member of the Rabbitohs, because that is a very prestigious thing for any supporter to be.
Now, he's shaken off the injury here, Brownie, and they're about to play the ball back to Zane Bell as we go wide to Humphries. Humphries is really getting his hands on the ball a lot in this game, Brownie.
Yeah, he certainly is, chaps. He's a classy player. He's got a lot of skill as he goes from goes himself and scores himself. The man we were just talking about.
Unbelievable.
Shows inside and out. Goes in between the two players and scores adjacent to the post, and that takes the score 10 points to 6 in favour of the South Sydney Rabbitohs with a kick to come.
Well, he just banged the left leg in and caught him off guard and went through. He just sniffed out that gap and got the ball down. Beautiful try there, and just what the doctor ordered for this Harold Matt's team here at Redfern Oval, live and free on Bunnies TV.
Yeah, he just stepped off that left-hand foot, chaps, and
Left-hand foot?
left foot. Stepped off the left foot and went between the two players, and it was well deserved too. Yeah, 10 points to 0, as chaps just shows me the score. As the scoreboard is not working down here at Redfern Oval, maybe the rain has affected the.
It's not
the scoreboard.
What you? About 23 minutes gone in the first half. Dallas has just passed that message over. Just thank you, Dallas, for all your help here today.
Brownie, you had
Humphries lines up this kick.
Sorry, chaps. You had a left foot step like that back in your day on this very oval, I believe.
Yeah, back in the day, mate, many years ago.
What about the head step? Did you do that too? Like the
I was more just charge forward, mate.
Charge over the old Kiwi side step.
You played Harold Matts, did you, Brownie?
Yeah, played
on this oval. Where did you used to play back then?
Come through the pathway system. Well, back in the day, chaps, so Harold Matts, when I was playing, was held over a weekend. It wasn't played a full round. So it was a long weekend. I think it was in June or July. And they played at different grounds, so different areas. I think I played at Penrith, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was over a weekend, and it was a round robin.
That might have been why they recruited you a few years later, mate. They want to just like what they seen back in that Harold Matthews.
But a couple of years later, I went on to win the SG Ball Grand Final at Leichhardt Oval against the Parramatta Eels. So that was great to do.
And we've got the SG Ball coming up after this. That's going to be a big game.
Yeah, John Sutton's boys looking to go back-to-back for the first time this year after having their first win of the season and a tough season. And what a run by Joy Robertson back to Zane Bell. Gives it back to... Who have we got on the field there? Is that Lockie Walters has jumped on the field, is it? Or is it?
That was Billich.
That's little Billich. Lockie Walters, look out for him to come on. I think this could be his debut.
Well, what I'm saying,
Harold Matthews today is number 14.
Okay.
He is lightning quick. His sister is played for Australia in rugby sevens. His father, Darren, I'm sure he's watching online, or he might be here in the crowd. I'd say he's a Sparky.
Sister
done a bit of electrical work for me over the years.
Sister Montana, she's friends with.
He puts a nice kick in behind there, Mavo.
Friends with my daughter Demi is mates with his sister Montana. She's a good player too. Plays
fast.
rugby. She's lightning. And what I'm seeing here, boys, is this St George team. They're a little bit gassed. All the big boys. That's what happens in games of football.
Relieving penalty.
Yeah, I was spoke too soon.
Got to keep the discipline.
But we weathered the storm. Pardon the pun. And we've hit back and taken the lead. After this side looked very dominant early on, and credit to this side that they've got themselves in the game, and we've got a game of football here, boys.
Yeah, we sure do. So we're going to retake this little restart. As Emery's sort of getting his hands on the ball a hell of a lot, the 5'8" from the Dragons. So good style of a player. Playing more of a dominant role than the halfback Ibrahim Chirara so far in this contest.
As Latu takes 3 players with him. He's been strong for the Dragons, Latu, early on in this piece.
Just lost his feet there, the big man, Willie Heha. Latu goes wide out to Chihara. Chihara hands it off to the big fella, Stanley Trial. They play it back. Bench player there, Xavier Nadira. I don't know if he's related to former Rabbitoh first grader Georgie Nadira. I think he had a stint at Newcastle. It was at Parramatta. He's a very handy.
I think he might have played
for the Rabbitohs in the early 2000s. As Billich went to clean up a nice little, tricky little grubber. And Chihara picked it up, the scraps, Johnny on the spot. And even Coach JD spoke about it last night. You get a loose ball, when your team's on, if they're the first ones on the pill. And the Dragons are good enough to be very alert around the ball, And the more people you put around the ball, the more times than not you come up with the 4 points, Brownie.
Yeah.
What'd you see here?
Well, once again, a nice little kick there from Emery, just off the side of his boot. Bilic come up with a little error. He just bobbled it in goal. And like you said, Ibrahim Shahara was jolly on the spot. And that's what good halfbacks do. They follow the play and they make their own luck.
And again, I just spoke about Bronson Emery. I like the look of him. He's a real dominant half, even though he's in the number 6 position. Quite happy to take the responsibility of doing the kick on the last. And he had plenty of people in and around the ball. And when you do that, normally good things happen to you. And Bilic, under the conditions, it just got away from him, as the rugby league ball can do. That's why it's shaped like an egg. We don't know where the bounce is going to go. And it was a tricky bounce for him, went off his right arm. And we just lost a handle on that one. And the boys from St George Illawarra bring the ball to... It's 10 points to 6. 12 points to 6.
All right. Is that
12 all.
12 all, chaps.
12 all.
That's 2 tries each.
Well, they got that one early, didn't they?
Yeah. Sorry. Yep. It's a bit windy here. Apologies if it's coming through the mics. The rain's still steady. Hasn't stopped the whole game.
Oh, no, a short kick-off. Probably wasn't the right option. I mean,
As Charlie looks to get off the field. Charlie Gallico.
big Larter. He
Still got some foot speed, Charlie. Look at
come
that.
off the back fence there. He come from Waterloo Oval then to charge onto that ball.
And look what it's got his team in
What
on
a
the
run
front
there
foot.
by the 12. Cirrus Stanley trial.
Well, so much from being gassed. I think
Trial.
I did said spoke too soon. They come back with a vengeance.
Well,
And there's a 6 again set there. That was a poor option there, I thought, chaps. A short kick-off. You've got to try and drive it as far down to the opposition.
It's a stiff bruise, but yeah, you want to kick that one up. You know it's not going to go dead in this bruise. You could have
Oh,
kicked
he's
it.
still going. Put him down.
A strong side, this Dragon. It's very thick. That's him again.
10 minutes.
Oh,
Cyrus Stanley Trial.
jeez.
What a weapon. He's worked over our boy. I think that's Felipe Societa, the big centre. Look at the legs on him. Mavo, as he comes off the field, reminiscent of a front rower converted to the centre's back row, to the wing in 1987. I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
I don't think I had Dutch pegs as big as that, chaps, but
Mavo was that size when he was 9, so
yeah,
he grew into that body eventually. and
double
become
XL. Double
a
XL.
seasoned first grader and had an unbelievable season in 1987.
There it is. There's the
Right on the
half-time.
half-time bell. The Dragons are going to attempt a penalty goal to take them 14 points to 12 in front at the half-time break.
12 all. Thank you, Rob Trelaw. Darren Finlay's joined us. Yes, it's not working, the scoreboard. We had some dramas. We had Johnny, the groundsman, up here, and he reported that to us. So during the half-time break, we're just going to play a recorded interview. We'll have a little break here so we can make sure we have plenty of breaks here. We're doing 4 games live and free. As you can understand, we're going to... So you can get a couple yourself.
As he attempts,
and
he's missed it.
He's missed it.
Missed it,
So
okay.
there you
Well,
go.
that's probably a fair scoreline at half-time. 12 points all
Yep.
in round 9 of the Harold Matthews New South Wales representative competition.
So
South Sydney Rabbitohs 12, St George Dragons 12.
So we're going to stay with the stream, but we're just going to play some audio. So yeah, you can if you want to listen to this interview, we'll put up. We might put up Chaps' interview of JD before last week's game. This before last night's game. Sorry.
Team lead.
%92 of households that kick off the year with Peloton are still members a year later. And some people think it's...
Yeah, like I said, everything from that point.
There we go. See the chat.
Welcome to Bunnies TV. It's Team List Tuesday. Mavo here.
What a night, Campbell. Saturday night, mate.
Yeah, it was obviously a big occasion for the club, and then I think the game and the performance from the boys backed that up. So obviously to get the win was special, and a great night for the club.
Must be proud of the whole organisation, the way we put it together in 6-7 days,
Absolutely. I thought, from the top down, the club put in a massive effort to remember such a great man and honour what he's done for this club. And, as a group, we knew the best thing we could do was go out there and get a win, and I'm glad we were able to do that.
What about the jumpers, mate? There was a big bit of buzz about the jumpers in the crowd. All the South fans loved them.
Yeah, we all loved them. There's been a bit of chat. We're trying to push maybe to be our home jerseys from now, because I really like them. I thought the design was really clean, and I like the collars too. It was a nice touch. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, we really enjoyed them.
Well, there's been a bit of buzz on social media. People asking for that. Can that be a jersey for the rest of the year? But look, it came down to just that gritty little grind, and Lockie come up with a winning play. You must be stoked for Lockie. It's a big moment in his career.
Absolutely. He's a very cool-headed kid, as we know now, and he asked for that moment and he delivered. So it was great to see, and there were some massive plays leading up to that. Cookie's charge down. Cherry Evans usually slots them, so that was a massive play from Cookie, and
Yourself personally, you've been on fire this year, just in all facets of the game, defence and offence. But we've seen you just grabbing and manhandling people and taking them over the sideline. Does that come back to the weights room, mate? You love hitting it out in the weights room, mate?
Yeah, I enjoy my weights, but I think it's sort of just more of a mentality that JD pushes here, and it's just about taking as much off them as you can in each tackle you're in. So that's sort of my focus, and obviously there's always areas I can improve on. I was able to improve again this week defensively.
And Cody's first try, does that just exemplify what sort of person he is, mate? Never giving up, get around 3 or 4 blokes.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously he didn't really sell it at the time, but his effort was outstanding, and it was a great moment for us. I thought we deserved to be on top at that point.
You want to trade crypto, but then there are so many crucial decisions to make. Which exchange to use? What wallet to open? Where to store the token? And what if I lose it?
We deserve to be on top at that point.
You want to trade crypto, but then there are so many crucial decisions to make. Which exchange to use? What wallet to open? Where to store the token? And what if I lose it?
We deserve to be on top at that point.
You want to trade crypto, but then there are so many crucial decisions.
You all right? You back? You're back.
Welcome back, viewers, to the second half.
Yep.
We've got the scoreboard working now, Mavo. So,
Have I got the wrong one? Why isn't mine working? Hello. Why? Hello. Oh, I must be through. Am I 3? Am I 1? I don't know. Anyway.
you're 1, Mavo. Channel 1.
Just waiting for the Bunnies to come back out here.
Oh, yes, maybe it is. Yeah, we already talked about it the other day on the show. Premiership winning assistant coach for the Rabbitohs, Snoopy Collins. His daughter will be on later on.
Yep.
As the boys make their way out onto the field. And the rain just looks like it's backed off just a fraction here, but
We'll just
it's still looking pretty bleak out to the south. As it's 12 points all, round 9 of the Harold Matthews competition of the Junior New South Wales Rugby League Junior Reps.
And welcome to all the viewers that are watching via our live stream. There's a few people live chatting, and we encourage everyone to live chat. We'll try and get through as many as we can. And Wayne Kerr said, the infamous Brent Hill coaching, ? Is he coaching? Well, he has got a role at the Rabbitohs.
No, he coaches. He coaches our 16 dev side.
Okay.
And we kept it low, but all 8 teams won last week, but they were the only team that lost a dev, 16 dev, so we kept that low.
I know one thing, what he has done today, and he's taken my jumper. I'm freezing up here, and he's got my jumper on somewhere. I can't see him.
I was getting him rap, said he was tough, but we're underway here in the second half of the Harold Maps. The first game of the day. There's 4 games coming live and free here on Bunnies TV. As the boys ruck it out, 18 metres out from their own line, come from the bottom end. They're going to have the wind behind them this half. Look for
It's a strong win,
little halfback.
too, chaps. I'm sure you'll see young Humphreys. That's good. That's a great charge. I'm sure you'll see young Humphreys' kicking game come into play. I mean, we've already seen his short kicking
great
game.
run, wasn't it?
We've already seen his short kicking game in the first half. You'll see his long kicking game in this half, and he's one of them right now.
Look at Charlie, man. He's just done this great hit up. He's sprinted to his position, and then he's called for a kick from Humphreys. That's effort on effort, isn't it, Brown?
Yeah, and that's what you want to see from your players, effort on effort, and he's a great young player, Charlie.
As he scoots out from dummy half, the Dragons starting to set a 6 deep in their own end, but they hand it off from big man to big man.
There's a run.
He is a big unit. I just can't see the number on his back, and that's number 11. He was strong in the first half. Cyrus Stanley Trial. He was part of them scoring that try before half-time with some surging runs as Emery goes to second man.
And Hill coaching, ? Is he coaching? Well, he has got a role at the Rabbitohs.
Sorry, I'm just checking that the stream's working. I'm not sure it is, but by the sounds of that, it is.
Yeah, we've got Dallas to do that. Mavo, we'll get him to check all that out. Billage makes a little error there, and the referee's called the knock on.
And
big play for the Dragons.
Just a chat there from Goody. He said Finau Latu and Jacob Halalengu were both in Brad Fittler's emerging Blues team. Well, I can understand why, because from what I can see, that Finau Latu is a great player. As the wind and rain tumbles down here at Redfern Oval.
Apologies for that. If I scared anyone with my phone kicking in there, it's Bluetoothed into our Roadcaster Pro. So
and he jumps on a twist.
A raspberry twist.
If you want to turn that off, mate, while you're chomping on it. But a shout out to all the Junior League teams, chaps. It's round 1 of the South Juniors competition this weekend. We've got some A-grade games playing today.
As they go along here, that's a wayward pass. Had he been up on the advantage lane, and I think he scores there, Brownie. But yeah, there's a great double header down there at Pioneer Park today. It was a great grand final last year between Maddo Tigers, first grand final. They've been in the comp since 1919, up against Southeastern Seagulls, yet to win an A-grade as they turn underneath Latu again. He's causing chaos out there.
That player we were just talking about, who's in the Brad Fittler's emerging Blues squad, Latu, charges through.
Finau Latu, what about footwork and the power there, Mavo?
Yeah, well, that's the second time he's done that exact same thing. They've got no answer for him turning it on the inside close to the line. Like I said, he's the biggest bloke on the field, playing in the number 13 jumper, the famous number 13. And yeah, the boys are going to have to do something. Have to tighten up the middle there and be ready for that.
So they hit the
rampaging big man coming up on the inside there. Yeah, so welcome to everyone who's live chatting again. Like I said, I was just trying to get my phone so I can follow it here. The boys have got it in front of them on the laptop. So we will try and respond best we can as we call the game. The rain's falling, the wind's blowing, but we'll do our best here live and free on Bunnies TV.
Where the Dragons lead 16 points to 12 with a kick to come.
As the rain just keeps teething down here. Looks like there's another little rain squall coming from the south.
Yeah,
Well, got a feast of footy today, boys, as well. We've got the SG ball to be played after this game, and followed by the Harvey Norman women's game, and the last game of the day, the Tarsha Gale. So and we'll be live streaming all of them games.
Okay, that try was converted there. That's 18 points to 12 for the St George Dragons down here at Redfern Oval, round 9. New South Wales Rugby League rep competition. The Harold Matthews, that's the under 17s. Dragons have only won the one game this year. Bunnies have won 3 and had 2 draws and sit on 10 points. But they're going to need a big second half here to come over the top, because they've also got to worry about for and against if they want to make the semis as young. Lockie Wilders comes on to make his debut in the Harold Mats competition. Well done to Lockie. There's not much of him. They've got some high hopes for him to play in the halves next year. And he's lightning quick and got some nice ball skills. Looks like they're sitting him at fullback at the moment.
Sorry, I just choked on me coffee there, trying to have a sip of coffee while I'm filming. But yeah, congrats to young Lockie. Yeah, I've known his old man for a long time, and they're a great family.
He's called upon here, Lockie. He's missed that tackle, and this guy's going to stream around under the post.
Oh, he was held back there. There was a player held. There was a player held back there.
He hasn't given it. Oh, he has now.
You watch the replay here, boys.
He's missed it.
Even though I don't think he would have got him, you're still not allowed to put a hand on the defending player.
But what happened here? They just stormed through. That's the hooker, number 9.
Number 9. There's a little tug on the jumper.
Tug on the jersey of, I think it was the winger, Cusco.
Did I catch it, Brownie, on the...
Yeah, well, you sort of like did, mate. It was just happened too quick, but there was certainly a little tug on the jumper of one of the chasing defenders. But
jeez, they've come out of the blocks here, the Dragons. That's 22 points to 12. Kick to come from in front. And that'll be taken by Ibrahim Chahara.
And Glory just chatted and said, not much to see on chat, just an usual negative crowing about our first grade team. Well, you were out there, boys. What were your thoughts quickly?
I thought we started pretty well. We completed sets up into that sort of 18-20 minute mark. Look, an error where a bit of miscommunication between Lockie and Campbell, and we spilt the pill and they were on the ball, but we hit back straight away within 2 or 3 minutes, Brownie, through a surging run from Cam Murray and a miracle offload, and what a great catch on the fly by Cody Walker under pressure. And we were right back in it, but I think when Tom Burgess went off, we just struggled to dominate the middle of the field. I think out at the ground, I don't know if it looked like on TV, but they are a huge side from 1 to 17, the Storm.
They're not the old Melbourne Storm, as the Dragons were successful in that conversion. They lead 24 points to 12, and JD said...
And the scoreboard's working. There we go.
And JD did say in the press conference that he wasn't happy with their, not so much attitude, but their... he didn't think they were right before the game, so a little bit of a concern there. We're good. They weren't up for the game.
Emotional week with the passing of Johnny Sattler, the funeral for him yesterday.
Yeah, that's that Latu. Another big charge again. He's been outstanding, Latu, from the St George Dragons today.
We've seen some good hookers here at Redfern Oval this year, Mavo, including young Fuka. Scored a good try earlier in the year for the SG Ball team for the Warriors.
Careful how you say that too, chaps. But yeah, he was good.
David Morton said, is it raining there at Redfern? Well, all I'm going to say, David, is if you're coming, make sure you bring an umbrella as the rain tumbles down here at Redfern Oval.
Lockie Wilders beats the first one. First touch in rep football there for Harold Matts, mate. And just had to get that one out of the way.
Yep.
More of a half too. Lockie's been put to the back there.
Just going back to last night's game, chaps, a couple of try-saving tackles from the Melbourne Storm. Geez, they were great in their defence. They scrambled well. We had plenty of ball. Our attack looked a little bit clunky. I wasn't at the game, but I was just watching it on TV. I had to work. But, yeah, a little bit clunky in our attack. Our right-hand side, it wasn't as fluent as it was normally. A lot of balls hit the ground.
We had plenty of chances, Brownie. 11 errors. And against Melbourne, that's going to cost you. And we're just a little bit, like I said, a little bit lacklustre, a bit off our game.
Just slightly
We're still missing Jai Arrow, who's a state of origin forward. Junior Totola's our George Pickens medalist. So 2 fair forwards that were down. Liver Havili's out too. So, but they're just not playing as well as we'd like.
And
one thing they did make him do is they made Cody Walker made 30 tackles, and I don't think he's ever made 30 tackles in his career. So they took him out of the game in the second half.
And that just goes back to glory. A lot of negative chat on here.
Tackle.
There's a lot of negative chat in regards to individual players. We're not going to
chance here.
Talk about that chat on here because we don't like to bag our players.
Well, I said it in the post-game show, Brownie. If AJ scores that try on the left and Isaac scores the try on the right, he goes himself the score on the right. That's 2 tries. We're telling a different story today. There's 2 tries we should have scored. They were unlucky, both of them.
Keon nearly scored 2, boys. He nearly stepped out of a tackle as the boys are on the charge here. Look, our defence last night was still there, but just our finishing's got to get a little bit better. First
he does it again.
Beautiful.
There he goes.
Off the right foot. Humphrey's trying to get his side back into the game.
Was that a little right foot, left foot, little jig? Beautiful move there. And that's exactly what this team needed because 2 scores down. They needed the next to be the next team to score. There's 19 minutes left in this game.
That's his hat-trick, Humphreys, too. So, well done to the young fella.
Yeah.
3 tries today.
I don't think they've put that up yet, have they? Have they put that try? Or they have? Yeah, so he needs to kick this goal and they'll be down a converted try. So, beautifully done there by...
Well, when we get down there, we look dangerous. It was a big charge from the front row, a quick play of the ball. He got the ball where he wanted. He wrong-footed a big guy in front of him and was good enough to get the ball down. Changed hands. Put it into his left hand and got the ball down.
Well, the Dragons started the second half like they started the first half, didn't they? They were very fast out of the blocks and they put on a couple of points early.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's true, Brownie, yeah.
We've got down the other end of the field and Humphreys has come up with a great individual try and now he's looking to convert that to take the score to 24 points to 18 if he can convert.
Charlie was good last night, Chapsy, singing on the stage in the Pino members deck. Reggie Rabbit, your daughter Sammy and her friend got up there and sang.
Slots it straight between the post. Does Humphreys and
takes
the
score.
Goes
and collects the 2 and gives it Charlie 2. Good on you.
Yeah. 24 points to 18 with 18 minutes and 30 seconds remaining.
So if you're watching this and you're not a member of the club, become a member and come to our post-game show. And Reggie Rabbit gets up on stage and sings with the kids. We sing Glory, Glory.
How good is it? Well, the win, lose or draw, mate. It's our first loss, the Perman Members Lounge. Brownie hasn't lost one yet, but
I'll
get a mention.
I'll have to get back there.
Yeah. Missed him last night as big Sarah Coglu, I think it is, as a carry off yardage.
The next game will be the next home game that we'll be hosting is round 11. We've got a bit of a break where we play the Tigers. But we're back at Acor on Good Friday, as a lot of you should know. We're taking on the Doggies at 4 o'clock. And we really need to win that one because we're 2-3 now, the first grade, and 2-4 is not a good start to the season. So we can go 3-3 if we can win that one.
And we had, it looks like he's back on the field. Societa looking to make up for a 10 in the bin that he had with the Dragons, capitalised and scored a couple of tries. But with the full complement, I think we've been the better side with the full complement.
That's Tolve, who's got his family from Auckland watching this live stream, and a shout out to all you guys out there. And there's a mistake there.
Get this back. Beautiful.
Oh, nice little kick there from Humphreys. It was a towering kick, and I wouldn't want to catch them in the driving rain.
We'll have a look at the NG Farah scoreboard. The Dragons lead 24 points to 18. We've just under 17 minutes to go, so plenty of footy left in this Harold Matts game. Live and free from Redfern Oval on Bunnies TV.
And we just spoke about his short kicking game, and that was a nice towering bomb there from Humphreys, where the fullback Nashar came up with an error, and we get a repeat set as Toive is on the charge again.
Could be the next Adam Reynolds, this young halfback, boys.
Oh, he's a great kicker of the ball. Look,
comes up with an error.
Just come up with a little bobble there. Didn't get to his feet properly and failed to play the ball.
Yeah, the big unit. He's been good, but he's hanging his head there. His teammates are just reassuring him to pick it up. We just gave him a mention. He's got his family here. People are watching from New Zealand, but he'll make up for that. Big boy too, isn't he?
Yeah, he is a big body.
Getting his opportunity.
Yep. Well, they need a big defensive set here, boys. We need some possession. We've got to build the field position. Jeez, he's been good too, the big fella there.
Yeah, the forwards have been definitely a feature. He didn't play at that.
Yep.
Oh, he's given him 6 again there. That's a tough call.
Yeah, touched.
He certainly wasn't playing at the ball. There's a
good
big
hit.
tackle down low. And that's Lua. That's our man, Daniel Lua.
And Toive was in there as well.
Daniel Fetawaki Lua. He's been very strong. I think he's the captain of our match side.
Is that how it's said?
There's been some tough yards here for the Dragons.
As James Garlick there warming up on the sideline, ready to come on to make his debut.
Come on, Garlo.
Yep.
Come on and turn this game, son.
Yep, they're thin on pastry, big on meat. The Garlo's pies.
Yeah, the son of Nathan Garlick.
We had a couple of Garlo's pies in the Churchill's lounge last night.
We did. Thank you to Matty Hutch and Mark Keller and Laura there for sorting us out in the Churchill's lounge. And there with Bradford Ryder, the South Historian, and he's got an article coming up on the great Lurch, John O'Neill. So have a look for that on bunniestv.au.
Great take there by Lockie as he explodes onto the ball. Almost went for a half hole there. As we go one out, and the Dragons are a little bit too eager there. Referee puts the arm out and gives South Sydney a good opportunity here now.
Yeah. So Glory said a good comment, and Wazza come up. He's a member of the Rabbitohs. Came up to us after the game, and he said the Storm haven't been getting away with the wrestle in the first few rounds, and that's why they haven't been going that good. They got away with it last night, and Glory said the same thing. They're back doing their wrestling tactics, but it doesn't matter. We've got to counter that, and wrestle them back. But I think you said, chaps, as soon as Tommy Burgess did it, we give away the penalty.
Yeah, we tried to do it, and anyway, it didn't work, but
move
back
on
to the drawing board.
Oh, nice throw and go.
Dummy inside. As Lua's over. He's a good footballer, this Humphries.
That's number 7. He's single-handedly getting these Rabbitohs back into the contest.
What a footballer, this.
Yeah, beautiful hands.
Young Humphries is. Matthew Humphries.
Once again, shows outside.
His ability to just cause deception in the defensive line.
Here it is here on the replay. Shows inside, goes through a gaping hole, and then draws the fullback and
Fetawaki Lua.
puts his
What a try.
Fetawaki Lua into a open space and scores adjacent to the left-hand upright,
Well done.
and is going to attempt to kick this conversion to take it to 24 all. And once, like I said before, chaps, he's single-handedly got this team back into the competition.
Well, he has 3 tries and a try assist.
He's kicked 3 goals too. So
he's picked up this team and carried him on his back, and I've just said he could be the next Adam Reynolds, and he does something like that. So, great hands, great kicking game.
It's a great kicking game. We've seen the variety, the low kick, the crossfield kick landing a metre out from the line, which caused a repeat set. We've seen a grubber into the in goal a couple of times. We've seen him flatten out the ball as he converts that try to make it 24 points all between the Rabbitohs and the Dragons here in the Harold Matthews level. That's the under-17s level, the New South Wales Pathways rep system. But also, when he flattened that big bomb out before, the Dragons fullback had a lot of problems with it. He's dropped it, caused the repeat set, but we weren't able to capitalise on that one. But we have, with a little dummy on the inside, shaped out, dummied inside, went through a hole and put Fetawaki Lua
Well, we've got a grandstand.
over to square this one up.
Got a grandstand finish, boys, and on the dot build scoreboard, It's 24 all.
Oh, big contact there from the Dragons.
Just over 11 minutes to go.
And look, I think Latu says, whatever you can do, Lua, I can do the same. And he's come up and trying to inspire his side to get back on top here.
There
And that's a real surging run there from the Rabbitohs.
That was a great run.
He's had some great touch. Yeah, Fong.
That's Fong, Jacob Fong.
He's had some good charges like that.
Yep. Oh no. It's a Falcon. Is it play on? The ref did see it. Oh, that was lucky.
No, let that one go, mate.
Oh.
Hang on. He stripped him.
Oh.
He's dropped it too.
Yeah, play on. Let's play on.
Let's play on.
There goes Humphries.
Humphries is off
Oh,
again.
no.
Who's he kicked it to?
First tackle.
He's dropped it
Knock on.
too.
Yes. Knock back. Oh, drama here.
Humphries got a bit kick happy there, Brownie.
Yeah, it wasn't the right option, chaps.
I think he thought he had support, but I don't think there's no support pushing up.
But even if he did have support, the kick wasn't deep enough.
No.
No, he should have just held on to that. They needed the ball. Now they've got to defend.
As they go and out in ball themselves
Tackle.
out through Chirara.
We've got one player down, boys. One of the Rabbitohs is down injured. So we've got 12 men in the defensive line.
It's one of the small men by the looks of it.
He's still down, so we're still defending with 12 here. And it's a hooker, number 9.
Bell. Zane Bell, the small man.
Trying to look back there.
Hurt his shoulder by the looks of it.
Oh, they've got numbers. They've just stripped us for numbers.
Oh,
He got it down.
The ref's going to give it.
Oh, he's giving this. Let's see what we can see on our replay here.
So there's the injured player.
Why can't we stop the game when we've got an injured player in the defensive line, a hooker?
But he's all right too, so that...
They're only a few metres out. Chirara pushed it out to Emery. Emery crashed over and the ball came loose. He got up claiming it, but, mate, I don't know. On our replays there, it was a pretty tough call, I think. I think he might have lost that ball as Zane Bell succumbed to injury.
Well, the ref was right there, chap, so you got to trust that he saw him slam it down. He probably slammed it down and it bounced back up, or I don't know, use that to look at the replay.
Well, if he was so
confident,
he would have given it straight away.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles. 9 minutes remaining. The Dragons 28, kick to come. South Sydney Rabbitohs 24.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, it comes down to that poor option from Humphries. He's been great all game, chaps. I don't think it was the right option to put that little chip kick over on the first tackle.
And there's a bit of a conjecture here whether they should have called stop play there.
Yeah.
New South Wales rugby league officials are under the pump here.
Yep.
We had Zane Bell, who looks like he dislocated his shoulder. He's going to go up the tunnel. Poor Zane, I hope he's all right. But I think play should have stopped there.
Well, an important
South
kick
officials will be soothing.
And to all the viewers out there, we are a little bit biased. We are Bunnies TV here, so if we sound a little bit biased to all them Dragon supporters out there, and we welcome all you Dragon supporters because this is a great game of footy here with 8 minutes to go. The Dragons lead 30 points to 24 here in the Harold Matts fixture, where the South Sydney Rabbitohs really need to win to have a chance to make the semi-final spot.
Brownie, it'd be a good day to be in the sauna at Blast Pit, wouldn't it? And not so much the ice bath, but...
Well, it's probably a little bit warmer in the ice bath
than it is here.
The conditions here today, it's a little bit chilly. The rain has stopped, the wind is still blowing.
Oh, look at this run from the kickoff.
As Hikalia charges upfield and gets his team on the front foot.
Another
on
big
tackle one.
Big shot there, Societa, but he's shaking him off. If you're gonna come up and make them tackles, you gotta make them stick. As the Dragons have made their way up to the halfway line with relative ease here. They're breaking a lot of tackles here. Just big team, this Dragons side. It's 7 minutes, 20 remaining. South down by 6, looking to try and stop the momentum of the Dragons here as there's another offload out the back.
What's he saying? And knock on.
Knock on. There's the call we needed.
That's what we needed. We go to the centre of the field here.
The boys are pushing get a scrum there, maybe.
Yep.
Providing we can complete this set, chaps, at the back end of the tackle count, we're going to be in an attacking position to put either an attacking kick.
And we got Russell Coyd on. Good name. Ned Kelly's there chatting. There's a bit of going back and forth. Paul Cullen's there, channel member, legend. Hope you're well, mate. I did watch that live stream of the Sattler service. It was very moving.
Oh, they're having a ding-dong battle here. Societa and Koromatana. They are going... they're going collision for collision here. I don't think no one's given an inch so far. As we look to go back up the middle, keep testing these big forwards of the Dragons out.
Has Matty Humphries got another trick up his sleeve? Bit more Matty magic.
Got a low pass there, but he just plays the percentages, hits the flat man out the back. He gets up a little slow. Humphries pushes it back to a big front rower there, Tanaman. Back on for his second spell.
Last tackle, he's looking for Charlie. He's going to run the...
He's gone long. Societa's come up with an error. And Corey Tamana come up with the right play there defensively on Societa.
Yeah, once again, was that the right option to run the ball?
Just jammed up on him and didn't leave him much room. That's a nice low tackle, but you've got to put him on the deck still. And that's... he's been a handful. Cyrus Stanley Trial. But I like that nice low tackle there from the Rabbitohs. I think that was Garlic. He's on the field now.
Blake Swan live chatting here, guys, on the live stream. Humphries reminds me of a young Ben Hunt at the Broncos as a junior.
They're away.
Yep. Little break there.
Oh, great ball.
Offload.
Good tackle down
What
low.
a great try-saving tackle over there on the far. That's a knock
down.
Oh,
that's a try save there by...
Yeah, I can't see who it is over there.
Cusco on the wing over that side. Cusco.
Yeah, there's a break up the left there. Brownie was just having a chat about someone. But yeah, we also, Bronson, congratulations to him. He's done well to find his way into that Storm team. We spoke to his mum and dad last night, Sam and Sean at the footy chaps. Sam was wearing a Storm scarf. We said, what's this all about? And we can understand why, but so yeah, she's...
Well, that tackle was made by 5'8" Tomoko Berriman, who's in an unfamiliar position. They put him back into the scrum.
Well, we've got 4 minutes left, boys, so we need points. Need a converted try. So it's either got to come on this set of 6 or probably get it maybe once or twice after this.
Great run there from Garlic. Oh, was that Garlic? Charlie.
That's that needed
Time
that penalty.
running out, 3 minutes, 45 seconds.
So it's got to be now, boys. What have they got up there? What have they got in their bag of tricks, like I said before?
They can get up and convert a try, then march up for a field goal set and have a win here at Redfern.
Yeah, that's it.
That's what we need.
We need a win.
We're just inside Dragons territory, 45 metres out from the Dragons line. Societa gets us underway to Berriman.
Oh.
Berriman hands it off to Tovio.
Drilled him. Oh my God.
Big shot. Number 12.
Credit to Garlic. He got straight up and played the ball.
Yeah.
He'll go
James
again.
Garley, how tough is he?
Humphries looking to show and go again. It just closes. The gap closes this time.
His uncle Sean was pretty tough.
As Charlie's calling for the crossfield kick here. Don't think there's a lot of space here, but we'll see what happens. As they go long, wrapping play. Berriman.
That's 6 again. Oh, no, he didn't play at it. Oh, he's intercepted.
Humphries is after him. He's rounded him up. He's dropped it. Pick it up, South. Double knock on. We've still got another opportunity here to square this game up.
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes 12. You want to pack this scrum?
And Steph said, what's the score with 2 minutes to go, Steph? It's the Dragons leading the Rabbitohs 30 points to 24.
Yep. And that score is brought to you by Darryl Lee, where there's something special in every bite.
It's Cusco. He had an overlap there, but he just couldn't get the ball to the space, and the Dragons come up with an intercept and Spearing it up to the halfway line. Great chase by, been the man of the match in my opinion, Matthew Humphries.
Oh, 100%.
He caused a turnover there.
The lock for the Dragons, chaps. He's been pretty good too.
Jeez, yeah.
And just so you know, we're going to, at the end of this stream, we're going to stop the stream. We're going to start a new one for the SG Ball.
Might get a coffee or something, boys.
Yeah, there's a link in our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to find that. It's also on our Instagram.
Nice ball, Lockie Walters.
Instagram, Facebook.
Getting on the outside as he jumps in a dummy half. 1 minute 38 remaining. South down by 6. A pass it out to Humphries. Brings it back to the middle for a settler. 30 metres out from their line. Humphries commanding the ball here as he goes out the back to Berriman. They're looking to drive him in the tackle as Societa gets the ball.
He's called held.
Okay, he's called held. Berriman just showed a bit of strength there, Berriman, to be able to get that ball away with 3 or 4 defenders. I thought that was play on, but anyway, my red and green eye can get it wrong from time to time as Daniel Lua plays it right in the middle of the field, 20 metres out. Humphries commands the ball on the right-hand side. Second man play as they come up and jam in on Lockie Walters on his debut there, and it's a big defensive play.
Oh, credit to the Dragons here, chaps. The Harold Mats team, their defence has been outstanding all day. Some big shots in the last, especially in the last 10 and 15 minutes when they've been under the pump, and they're going to go on to win this game 30 points to 24 in what was a very close contest here down at Redfern Oval in some trying and testing conditions with the rain and the wind.
Yeah, tough.
He's got Johnny to stop the clock. We've got Johnny on the spot here. He's ready to. Look at that. We've got scoreboard cam here.
He's got his finger on the pulse there.
Hey, Johnny, don't miss anything. I don't want to put him off.
No, we don't want to put him off. As his hair waves in the breeze there, Johnny.
Yeah.
Still got a good set of hair.
He has.
Flowing locks.
Yeah,
30 points to 24. 19.5 seconds left on the clock, to be precise, as looks like Emery's going to pack the scrum. He's been one of their best today, Emery. If we're going to gaze our eyes over this Dragons side, I think Bronson Emery, the 5'8's been good. Finu Latu, Cyril Stanley, Trial, they've been very strong today.
Yeah,
they're probably the best pick of the bunch.
Yeah, Finau Latu for me, chaps. I thought he's been outstanding.
And that's it.
Some of his charges were unbelievable, and the Dragons go on to win this game 30 points to 24 in this Harold Mats fixture in the last round of the competition, and that will end the Rabbitohs' chances of making a semi-final spot for this year. And it's been a great season for the Harold Mats.
Has been. No, they finished just really strong. Probably run out of troops in the end. Had a injury to Tyler Berriman and Tyra Bellarman, who's been outstanding in the 5'8 position, along with Humphries. And you can't fault the effort on our side of the field. I think some of our best today was, Jacob Fom, Charlie Mann, Tanaman was good. Lancelot Tovio playing in the back row, Daniel Lua, and Matthew Humphries was obviously our best, scoring 3 tries, kicking 4 goals, also having a try assist where he put someone over. But look, well done to some of the young kids who had a run today. Lockie Walters coming on for his first run. Kynan Tove, I'm not sure how many games he's played, but yeah.
And young James Garlick made his debut
James Garlick copped one of the biggest shots you're going to ever see. It was reminiscent of Dave Tyrrell copping a shot there.
Well, reminiscent of Davey Moali last night.
Geez, Dave Moali. I think Brownie was at his best game in first grade.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I thought he was really strong last night, along with Hame Sele.
He's one of the real positives, yeah.
And Thomas Burgess. I thought our big men were outstanding, and just unfortunately we didn't get the win. But like Mabo said, if you are watching, we thank you for watching our live stream, and we will be going onto another link to live stream the SG Ball. So you'll have to leave this link and click on the other link on our YouTube channel, and we will see you there very shortly.
Fair crowd in here today, but yeah, we'll let you go and we'll see you. Just as the Dragons thank their fans there. Some nice scenes out there. Excuse me. They must have made it through to the semis. I'm not exactly sure. I don't even know if that's open, chaps.
And as one of the fans or the mums down there,
Yeah, she's
very excited. She's rolling around and doing a dance, and there she goes again. And great scenes down here at Redfern Oval as the St George.
We'll leave you with that.
Yeah, we'll leave you with that.
Oh, they're getting a photo.
A couple of photos there.
Oh, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, very happy mum or fan.
Great call.